They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Ohio State's offense will go on the attack first. And here it comes for the first time as the starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more, and there's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either, David.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology, he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the football. It's going to revolve around him, and that's a lot to ask of a freshman.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the tight end.
What a snag. How about that catch, man? When he threw the football, you're like, no, don't throw it. But the big fella says, it's my ball. I don't care if anybody's near me. He'll make the catch. That tight end just earned some money.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Mids offense will take the field for the first time. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new team. And now he's got to show them what he's about. Great opportunity to start off. Can he be the guy? Can he be the catalyst that takes this team to the next level?
He really is a guy you root for, too, I think, because he's waited his turn. He's found the right opportunity in the right situation. This is a guy everybody in the locker room absolutely loves. He has the ability to galvanize them and an opportunity to galvanize this fan base early in the season with a big game here right out of the gate.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Guys, let's chat a bit about Navy. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off play action. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Navy quick to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Navy will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Quick release on the RPO. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you could tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jones. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Higgins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Hunt is on its way. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Shoots it to the left. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Gets open down the middle. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. The give to the tailback. And some room to work. Breaks into the open. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Nothing. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be. Midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Navy quick to the line. Trying play action. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Navy will have to punt it away. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. And the Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Gets it out fast. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Running into the open space. Turning it on. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Yeah, now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The Cavaliers have managed to tune out this crowd, and that's a reflection on the upperclassmen on this team. Not only are they tremendous players, they lead by example. And no surprise, here we are. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Virginia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes back at the 3.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Give to the back. There he goes. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Navy will have to punt it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Red pass, it's complete. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Trying to set up the screen. Makes him talk to the hand. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Navy offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Navy quick to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Higgins. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Navy now facing third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, the running back has it. At the 40, there he goes. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. This guy is having a truly special day, calling to mind the afternoon that Trace Sermon or Eddie George had, putting up huge numbers.
I mean, that's incredible. Just when you play and you put on that uniform and you know the guys that wore it before you and wore it so well, and you get your name mentioned in those L's and those history books, man, it's a good day.
He'll do it himself. Can't get him to the ground. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. The Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try to get outside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He wants it all. Touchdown, Ohio State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5, and the returner will be knocked down. And Navy will go back on the attack. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Navy will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Zings it complete to the right. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They're coming off a national championship win last year, but you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. You see this kicker not only needing to generate power, but lining it up from the left hash. A 59-yard try coming. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking deep down the right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Rourke. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This time he's got his man. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. Handoff from the gun. Got enough for the 1st down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Buckeyes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Here's 1st and goal, and they can go to the locker room with a huge cushion. Gets the back moving. He wants to throw it. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Splits the uprights. Good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're...
Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just going to keep it after the snap.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed into the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
Navy will have to punt it away.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Pulls it and fires to the left. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Bean. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Rourke. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Fighting off the defender.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat them.
He nails it. A 58-yard field goal.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth, man. 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And Navy will go back on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David. Breaks into the open. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Great play by the defense. They're getting to the quarterback, knocking it loose, and falling on the fumble, and now they're giving it right back to their own offense right at the goal line.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a man on the right. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the upright. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Purdue is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 25 over Baylor. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Rides the back and leaves it. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to go right back to him on first down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. It's complete on the right side. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Navy will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The give on the inside. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Pulls and fires complete. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Roy. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
2nd down coming up.
Rides the back. Junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Not one, but 2 sacks on the day, and possibly more to come. Still time left in this football game, and this is a beatdown. You know all passes are coming. This offensive line better do a better job.
Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stop is made almost immediately, giving 1 to the 23. And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And here comes the Navy offense. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the dip.
He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Navy will have to punt it away. Makes the catch around the 50. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He's got it on the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Fires to the big fella. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Working the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll pull it on the read. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. He's looking to throw. Bringing the heat. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Dead center perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
He'll bring it out. It's Jones. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. The RPO, it's complete. Works his way to the 18-yard line. Not enough for the first down. They'll be facing 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. Takes it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever you find the line. It's Rourke.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big game. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Quick release by the QB. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The old coaching cliche, go play or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.